Hey everyone, good evening, good evening. As always, I hope this video finds you in good health and in good spirits. So, speaking of spirits, let's talk about red brick dust and some of its uses. I know that a lot of people are familiar with people who place salt around their doorways for protection and spiritual purposes, and they also use red brick dust. So I wanted to talk about that. It's used for various purposes in different cultures and practices, particularly in the spiritual world. So there are several things that it's used for. For one, it's used for spiritual protection. In some spiritual practices, red brick dust is believed to provide protection against negative energy, against evil spirits and malevolent forces. And it's often sprinkled around doorways or your windows or the thresholds to create a protective barrier. Speaking of protective barrier, it's also used to ward off evil. Red brick dust is sometimes used for things like curses or hexes. It's believed to have the power to repel negativity and to keep harmful influences at bay. Now, some people use it for purification purposes. Some traditions use the dust because they believe it cleanses a space or even a person of negative energies as well as impurities. So it's supposed to promote a sense of clarity as well as well-being. Another thing that the red brick dust is used for is boundary settings. So it's a marker. It marks boundaries or creates spiritual barriers. It can be used to define a sacred space. It can be used to seal off areas or basically just establish a protective perimeter. Now, in some cultures, the red brick dust is used for luck and prosperity, as well as abundance. It could be sprinkled around the home or the workplace to attract positive energy, as well as opportunities. Now, another one that's real popular is it's used in ritual work and in spell work. It may be incorporated into your spells or rituals or ceremonies for various purposes, such as what we talked about above, protection, cleansing, or even empowerment. It is believed to enhance the efficacy of these practices. And then the last one is just decorative purposes. In addition to its spiritual uses, oftentimes red brick dust can be used for just decorative purposes. It may be used in art or crafts or landscaping to add things like texture or color or a rustic touch to various projects. Now, it is important to note that the uses of the brick dust vary widely depending on cultural beliefs, their traditions, and individual practices. So if you're considering using brick dust for any purpose, it's advisable to research its significance in the specific tradition or the practice that you're following. Yeah, so there you have it, a little bit about red brick dust. Alright everyone, I hope you found this video entertaining, enlightening, or in some way beneficial. Take care. Peace.